Hey, what's up everyone? How are we doing today? It is Wednesday the 10th of August. Being out at double figures in August. Can you believe it already? Yeah, I was thinking about what I was saying yesterday about how kind of boring yesterday's episode was, and I was figuring today, why don't I do kind of a story time and tell you about an embarrassing time in my life. So, this is so pretty much I was in high school, and I guess I was year 11, so maybe 15, 16, and I was in maths class, and we had a supply teacher in. I would sit on a table of two of my best friends. I'd sit opposite one of my best friends, and to the right of my other best friend. And also on our table, it was like, you know, there's two like school tables. The school tables that were like two people could sit under them, and then people would make like a six where they'd put two of them next to each other, and then one of them like along the side, so it made like almost a rectangle of six people. It was like that. Not that it matters, but yeah. So, but this time it was only me and my best friend were sat opposite each other. The others went in, and we had a supply teacher in, and this was a female supply teacher, and she was about 5 foot, 5'2", if that. Short lady, big but fat, you know, plump, really plump, and just noticeably possibly the biggest boobs I've ever seen, like in real life, on someone of that size. Like, and obviously as a friggin' 16-year-old kid, I'm just sat there, I'm not gulping at them or anything, I'm just like, oh my god, could you, like, just, you know, not, it wasn't, I don't know. So anyway, every time she walked past me, my friend would like make eye contact, just going, can you believe it? Like, wow. She was wearing, it wasn't, I don't know. She was wearing like just a cardigan, and just quite well dressed, you know, like nicely dressed, but you know, a bit of smart casual, a bit like what a supply teacher would wear. Nothing, no like pantsuit or anything like that. Just kind of a crop top type of thing, with a cardigan over it. Very practically and sensibly dressed, I might add. However, the boobs are so big that there was just this big cleavage. I mean, she was such a small lady as well, just top heavy. Well, she was heavy regardless, but she was quite top heavy. Anyway, so we were just chatting away and kind of not doing our work. You know, when the teacher sets you in a task and you kind of don't do it for 10, 15 minutes, you just go ahead and chat. And then she comes over to our table, and she sits opposite me, right next to my best friend, and you know, she's thinking that we're just doing the old thing, like, you know, when you can't go to work but you say you're stuck. So she comes and she tries to help. So she's sat next to him, and she's looking at his textbook and looking at like his workbook and helping him do some maths problem. I forget what it was. And as she's doing that, she's looking down and trying to explain it to him. And as she's doing that, he's looking down at this just freaking cavern of a chest she has, and he's looking down, looking up at me, looking down, and I start, you know, when you try to hold a laugh in, but you just kind of also feel like, what's the point? You know, it's coming anyway. Or you know, when like you get sweaty, and you just half shake because you're laughing under your breath, and you kind of put your hand on your brow and just elbows on the desk and head down. It was like that, and she's explaining this stuff, and then she just pops her head and she goes, "Guys, what's so funny?" And this is one of the moments in my life where I just feel like this is one of the moments in my life that I realized I probably socially am a lot different to everybody, because She looked up. She said, "What's so funny?" A normal person would go, "Oh, nothing. I just got the giggles. Brush it off." I go, "Ah, nothing. He's just looking at you." And she's like, and I was like, "I'm just looking at you." Looking at you. I didn't say anything. I suggested enough. And his face, I've never seen the most astonished, and the mix of astonishment and embarrassment and caught red-handed face. What? Oh my! Like he's absolutely speechless. I think to the point where he doesn't know what's more incredible: the fact that I've just told the teacher that he was staring at his tits and that we were laughing at it, or that he's been accused of it and she knows. Oh God, his face. He was the most defensive, like hilarious. And the worst part was she looks at it and she just immediately stops helping him do the work. She immediately just puts the pencil down and just the worst part, just gets her little thin cardigan and does her best to just cover up the cleavage and button it together, and kind of pulls it together and stands up and walks away and walks to the other side of the classroom like a frickin' rape victim in like the Warsaw Ghetto. You know, just a helpless lady. Oh God, I just felt. I don't know what I felt at the time, but I look back now and I go, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed for what I just said. But also kind of like, I'm so glad I said that, because whenever the hell would you get a chance to... That's a memory for life, man. And that was all on a risk of, do I do this or not? Because I knew I could have played it safe and brushed it off. I know a normal person would, but a friggin' half sociopath like myself has to go and I'm sure he remembers that for life as well, and he probably doesn't trust me in terms of anything like that again, and he probably knows that I've got that in my locker now. It was just the most... see, the thing is, I wasn't embarrassed. For some reason, I wasn't embarrassed. I should be ashamed, that's what I should be, but I just thought it's freaking funny as hell. When the hell does a teacher does a teacher go into work dressed so sensibly and actually genuinely have the attitude and tries to help the kids with their work, and we're friggin' laughing as he's staring at her tits, and she gets up and walks away as if she's just been friggin' violated. To all you feminists out there, like, that's the sickest, rudest thing. It's not. It was funny. It was funny, okay? And I'm not a pig. It was just... it's a 16-year-old kid, for God's sakes. It was funny. I still look back on it and fucking laugh, man. It was more his face of just... Oh, like, I can't believe it just said that. Like... I don't know. And just her face of just going from nice, helpful teacher to just buttoning up a little cardigan that couldn't stretch over what she was trying to cover up. Or it was, but it was becoming see-through because it was so small. And, oh, God. She wasn't even attractive, sadly. She was a fat lady. Little fat lady. She was probably about 24 at the time. But, like everyone's friggin' 50-year-old when you're 16. Everyone above 20 is old as fuck. I don't know, I just thought I'd share that. That's just something dumb that I just remember. Yeah. Wow. Can you believe it? Yeah. I guess that's giving you an insight into what I'm probably like as a person. Don't take that as an insight, because that really was a one-time thing, but my God, that was a memory for life, I've got to say. But yeah, at least this is something that I know when I'm going to speak about this episode. Right, I'm trying to wrap this up and I'm just struggling, so I'm just going to say I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.